Does anyone else sit down and play games and you immediately feel guilty? It's just starting to get harder and harder to really enjoy the time and really say it's something that's productive for you. Like you used to do it a bunch when you were a kid and it was a lot of fun, you know what I mean? And I did it myself. I played Dark Souls, beat dang near every Dark Souls game, 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne. But now I sit down to play Elden Ring and it's just not the same. So I recently graduated college and I got a job. Thank God, truly. And I think what ended up happening was I spent so much time grinding and focusing on the product, the result, that the result and the product really became one for me. In terms of gaming, I would go and sit down and immediately I'd think of all the 9 million things I could be doing. I could be studying, I could be trying to make money, I could be applying for a job, I could be doing all this other stuff. So I've started to learn about like Docker containers and containerization, and if you don't know what that is, you should totally look into it. Linux and all that other stuff. Now when I sit down to do something I enjoy, I feel like I should be spending my time learning about these 9 million different other things. And really that doesn't help. Like learning about those things all the time just brings burnout. And to be honest, a part of me always strives for that. Like I always try to do that. I always try to make sure I'm doing just about everything all the time with no breaks because I am a machine. I am a absolute workaholic. But I end up burning out, and you probably do too. It's just so weird. How can something that was meant to give me pleasure, I really enjoyed, how could something like that give me stress? You know, like it turned into something that just wasn't enjoyable anymore. And to be fair, like I still enjoy gaming, it's just a lot less. I think the biggest delineator is that I start to think about what I could be doing. And that brings us to our first point. Well, the first thing for me in addressing this was just dealing with the sunken cost of spending money on games when I was younger or spending money on games now and not having the time to be able to play them. Because as you get older, you do realize time is value. Time means a lot. You don't have as much of it. You have to do other things. And you always have time for things. You just have to learn to prioritize. So time management was the biggest thing. And really realizing that, well, I don't have time to play these games as much as I'd want. So for all you out there who have this gigantic Steam library, or you got PlayStation Plus and you ended up buying all these games because they're on sale, or you got all the free games with PlayStation Plus, you might as well drop that subscription now, deal with the sunken cost of buying all those games on Steam because you're probably not going to get through all of them, and just kind of accept it. Or you could actually spend time and play each one at a time until you get through all of them. But you probably won't even want to play them all now because when you bought them, you're not in the same headspace as you were then. Also, when I was younger, I'd play games for like 10 hours. Like, did anyone else do that? Now, if you're starting to feel like your time is better spent in other things, you really need to start time management. And that's the hardest thing. Setting time aside so that way you feel good about whatever it is you think you should be doing versus the things that are enjoyable for you. For example, I've set time aside to mess with Docker containers, networking, Linux machines, learning all about that stuff so that way I can feel good about it when I'm not doing it. I've scheduled time throughout my week to record videos because it's something I want to do more. And then the times where I'm not doing that, it's just loose. I leave my schedule open and I can do anything else like play games or blah, blah, blah. And I can also merge things. I've actually been doing that recently with Silent Hill 2. I go to a friend's house and we play through it together. We just pass the controller over and it's been a great time. Like I feel amazing about that time that I spend because I'm spending intentional time with other people and I'm also getting to play a game I kind of wanted to play for a long time. If you feel like you've just outgrown gaming and you have other things that you enjoy, just go do that. That's totally fine. That's okay. I don't think I've gotten to that point, but it just gets harder to do it because it does take up so much time versus like watching anime. I could just watch 20 minutes of something. Another thing that helped for me was playing round-based games or just like sessions, or I really don't know how you would call it, but I don't play Fortnite and I can't crank 90s, so it's not Fortnite, but Call of Duty, people play Marvel Rivals. For me, RPGs are like the best. I love RPGs. I love Dungeons. I love Dragons. I love Dungeons and Dragons. But games that really helped bridge that gap for me were like Dark and Darker. Those Escape from Tarkov type games that kind of branched off, the survival, battle royale type things. And another thing is just get creative. And I know that sounds like a really big catch-all thing to say, but I really enjoy this kind of content like talking head, but I found somebody who does, like, he takes old Black Ops 2 clips and then he talks over them, and that's like eye candy for me, because bruh, if you know, have that nostalgic Black Ops 2 from you playing when you were a kid, you know, you just enjoy watching it. And then you also kind of get the twofold of listening to this guy's life advice. So if anything I had to say in this video was of value to you or you enjoyed, please like and subscribe.